Hi guys, in this video I want to talk about something a little bit different than I normally do. I want to talk about how to give a technical demo or a presentation as an introvert. I am an introvert, if you can tell, like most other people who create videos on YouTube. Giving demos is the bane of my existence, in especially technical demos for customers. I hate doing that. That's the worst part of my job. But I want to give you a few tips how the entire process can be easier and how you can actually look forward to doing demos. I had one yesterday. It went pretty well. Hopefully the customer agrees, of course, but I want to talk about this. It's something I've been thinking about as I've been taking walks. And I think this could be helpful for certain people. This isn't even about ignition or like a software engineering role. This could be more generic if you're an intern that has to give a presentation at the end of your internship, or if you're doing a software engineering class in college and you have to do a final project and then a final presentation. All things that I've done before. That's also, if you're an introvert, you might be dreading that at the start of your internship. That might be making you nervous, even though that could be 3 or 4 months in the future. I want to give pretty simple tips, things that I've noticed for myself that help me to not dread technical demos, presentations. This could be either in person, or it could be over Teams or some other teleconferencing platform. I have 3 things that I wanted to talk about, and these are only things that I thought of and that have been helpful for me. So the first thing that could make life easier if you're an introvert and you're doing a technical demo, the first thing to do, I noticed for me anyway, is to set expectations with your audience. So if you're building an ignition project and you're presenting to a customer, say you could be presenting some work you've been doing or something else. Basically, you want to set the expectation for the demo or for the presentation. That way everybody's on the same page. There are no surprises, because there's nothing worse than giving a demo and then at the end of the demo the customer being like, well, actually I wanted to see something completely different. So whether you'll be doing this or a project manager, or everybody or anybody, you do want to do this. I found that having a project manager reach out to the customer, especially if it's people who are on like C-suite or VPs, if there are high up people in a demo, that could be a cause for concern. But if you have a PM or if you had a lead reach out to the customer and set the expectations beforehand, I feel like that could calm your nerves a little bit. At least it does for me. So this is a very helpful tip. And in the case of like a software engineering presentation, at the beginning of your presentation, especially if it's in person, just do a very brief, 30-second, like a table of contents, but for a presentation, where you go over what you'll cover in the demo or in the presentation. I feel like that would really help set the expectation for your audience. Second thing that I noticed that could ease your mind and make presenting demos easier as an introvert is to be prepared. And what I mean by this is, what I mean by this is that things tend to go wrong in a demo. So if you plan for that, then that will also give you more peace of mind than if things go wrong and then you blank out and you just, you're sweating bullets and the customer's looking at you or your audience is looking at you while you're scrambling trying to get, something working. In the demo that I did yesterday, there was actually a small little glitch. We were doing end-to-end testing for 2 very complex systems, and I was doing a demo basically from receiving something from the ERP into an MES, and then all the way back to reporting stuff back to the ERP. in the demo yesterday, the first step, there's like a bridge or a middleware that we use to receive stuff from the ERP system. And that part, that's usually the part that doesn't give us any grief. There's just a middleware layer, like I said, that sits between those two systems that will receive stuff into a queue and then push that out to the MES. But for some reason, that part of it shut down and it wasn't running. This is on the Ignition gateway. So what I had prepared in a script console was basically the same script that would run if we were to receive something from the ERP automatically. All of that is to say, if you're prepared for scenarios that could go wrong, that could derail the rest of your demo. I feel like if you have like a code snippet off to the side, or if you just think through like, okay, what can go wrong in my presentation that would derail it completely? Because there are things that can break or things that can not necessarily work perfectly, but it doesn't really affect your overall demo. It could be just you going down a rabbit hole as you're presenting stuff, but there are also things that could completely derail, like if it's the beginning of some process you're demoing and it stops working, that could derail your presentation. Also could contribute to your nerves, and especially affect you if you're an introvert. So be prepared. That's an obvious one, but I feel like if you think about things that can go wrong and prepare for those scenarios, and then there are things that you can't plan for. So, and I feel like most audiences will be accepting of that. If you move on, even if you completely derail a demo, it's not the end of the world. The last thing, and this is actually the reason why I wanted to make this video, this tip, once I thought of it, or not really thought of it, but once it dawned on me, it was very useful for me. So let me type it out. So as an introvert, for the third time I'm saying that, if you're proud of what you're presenting, or if it's something you built that you're proud of, it's a lot easier to, go into a demo. You'll feel so much more confident. You'll actually even look forward to doing a demo in some cases if you're proud of what you built. If you put in the time, if you put in the effort, if you built, again, something you're proud of, if you built something cool that you want to show other people that you feel will appreciate what you're showing, that really helps to calm your nerves. So this is the biggest point that I want to drive home, that at least has been helping me. If you put in as much effort as you can, and in the back of your mind that there wasn't anything else you could do to make the demo any better, then I feel like that can really ease your nerves and make the presentation go smoother and be easier on you as an introvert. So if any of these are helpful for you, please let me know in the comments below or on Discord. If there are things you do as an introvert that help you when you're presenting, let me know of that as well. This is just a video idea I've had on the back of my mind for a while. And as I'm doing other Ignition work and working on other stuff within Ignition that I'll eventually make videos on, I wanted to make a quick video about this to maybe help somebody. That's about it though. If you have any questions, comments, please add them in the comments below. But I'll see you in the next video.